The inability to replenish the soil so as to increase crop yields has become a recurring challenge for most women farmers in Niger State, as farmlands lose more and more nutrients due to lack of support from the government. Hannatu Iswa is a farmer with 4 years experience. She plants rice, soya beans and groundnut in a large farmland. She says she has not received any form of assistance from the government since she started farming. She recalled how their request for a rice processing machine was not met. Hannatu said she used tractor for rice farm only while the remaining crops are planted by hands.
Those we don't have, because they are promising us. When they promise us, we can't see anything. That is why we are using our hand. We have applied one sort of time in our local government TAFA. They should help us with rice machine, because there is machine that you cut and be filtering the rice. So by them, they now promise us that they will give us the machine. Up to today, still we are using tractor for rice. Soya beans, you can see the ridges, we use hand. For the groundnut side, we use hand. From the bean side, we use our hand. It's only rice that we use tractor. The loans that we are using is our money that we gather. As you can see in our register, people are paying 500, some 300. We gather that money within a week. We give each woman 5,000 for 2 months. After 2 months, you will return 5,500. That 500 is the profit of association. Ending of the year, we use that money to buy Maggi, salt, to share to any woman when closing the meeting.
Because of the unavailability of fertilizer, Hannatu says enriching her farmland has been possible through the use of cow dungs. She said the lack of fertilizer has limited her harvest output and depleted the soil's nutrients.
We don't have them. You can see this is the cow shit. We follow Fulani houses and buy and apply. We don't have ordinary fertilizer. Still, there is no fertilizer in our local government. That is how we use cow shit and apply for our plants.
Similarly, Amina Garba is a groundnut and yam farmer with about 20 years of experience in farming. She lives in Tai in Boso local government area of Niger State. The nursing mother told the ICIR that she, alongside others, have not received any form of support from the government aside training.
They don't give us anything. They don't give us anything because they just come train us, and they say if we they do our meeting, government will come give us something like fertilizer and those type. And we wait for them. We don't even see anything again since that time.
Okay.
No.
Fertilizer, money, tractor, sprayer.
We don't get anything.
You don't get anything. So add you to
We need money and we need tractors. Anything where then they take to use for farm. We need them for give us if them.
Talatu Galadima is a Swofon coordinator in Rijau. She's in charge of the Women Farmers Cooperative in her locality. Galadima has been into farming of groundnut rice and guinea corn for over 15 years. Just like Hannatu, she said no fertilizer or farm input has reached her alongside fellow women farmers in the area, despite submitting their cooperative certificate to the local government officials when it was requested some time ago. She said buying fertilizer at unsubsidized price has affected their profit margin as well as their harvest size.
Only that once during that Fadama stop. The second one was that of last year, that allocation that we are able to, but we have not seen one single out of the 500 bags that we had been. Fertilizer we used to buy.
Have you ever bought the one that is fake that will not work?
Not all that. We have been
Okay.
getting good ones.
You have been getting good ones.
Yes.
Then other inputs.
It's just that we will not be able to buy as much as we want to in order to enable the farm to get enough fertilizer.
Okay.
The International Fertilizer Association, IFA, estimates that 85% of the soils globally are deficient in nitrogen, 73% are deficient in phosphorus, while 55% lack potassium. Fertilizers are substances used to add nutrients to the soil to promote soil fertility and increase plant growth. The three most important primary nutrients in fertilizer include nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium have been available for centuries, but getting nitrogen in a form that plants could absorb is scarce, and the lack of nitrogen has led to low crop yields for centuries. To grow healthy crops full of nutrients, farmers need to ensure that they have healthy soil. Without fertilizers, nature struggles to replenish the nutrients in the soil amidst rising challenges of climate change. Meanwhile, effort made to see the state's Commission of Agriculture was not successful. As a result, the ICIR reporter approached the permanent secretary in the ministry, who directed the reporter to the Director of Agricultural Services and Linkages, who also is the DEX officer for women farmers in the state, Adamumi Kasau Garba. Garba explained that women farmers in 2020 were allocated fertilizers and other farm inputs, but the state had a deficit in fertilizer, which is why a lot of women farmers could not get the input, despite they were allocated some quantities. In response to the lack of access to farm inputs by women farmers, Garba said the ministry in its 2021 budget has proposed to provide small work-friendly women equipment so that they would have the opportunity to farm easily this season.